the stream died in the middle, and I had been defaulting to this one specific server to try something again. I set it back to the automatic because auto is supposed to choose the best server based on connections. I was trying to do the Daredevil, and the stream died. I made a joke when it happened. Okay. This time, it is working. It's acting mostly normal. What I tried this time, just to see, I set the Twitch server to automatic, because automatic is supposed to determine the current best server.
Yes, but then when that determines the current best servers in Venezuela.
So I'm seeing if auto saves us. I don't fully mind crashing. At least it fucking crapped out when nothing important was happening. Still... Oh, damn it.
Yes.
Fine. It's fine. Okay, we're about at the crap spot where streams commonly die. I'm actually gonna let that roll over as I take a drink. Okay. No death.
No bueno.
I just have to kind of deal with things, and I hope as people join our streams. If you want to do this in a slightly easier way, waste time to get rid of the enemies for a minute. If you're playing casually, because if you get rid of the enemies for a minute, it makes it easier to focus.
That should be illegal.
Fuck you.
Platformer or roll bosses always have to be 3 hits, except in Sonic, they're always 8.
Okay. So, I mean, we're back. I don't... Okay. I don't mind some stream crashes if the crash is in the middle of less important nonsense. And it literally crapped out when I was starting the boss fight, so I just reset to show the boss in its entirety. Because Deep Dark is done.
Yeah, most people normally save this one for last.
Okay. I'm just trying to get back into streaming. Please forgive the fact that we're in.
Sorry that we're poverty.
We're not really poverty.
We're in a poverty zone.
Our internet's
This
not...
is a joke about not having the capabilities to run gigabit internet.
Our internet is barely good enough for Twitch. I really do think a lot of this is the lag of the fact that we're in Georgia and they closed the Atlanta server over a year ago.
Doing research into that, they closed like most servers in America.
America, I told you, it's down to basically like 3 servers. I told you. Watch out for, there's a dumb vent on the wall. Right there.
What?
Those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's kind of a clever trap.
Yes. Yes, it is. volcano. There's a hungry Luma. There you are. And a lot of people don't understand how to get enough star bits for this hungry Luma. You do that volcano thing. Like, I don't fully mind crashes, and if people start showing up in the streams more, understand our internet is just barely, like, functional for a bare minimum for what is decent for, like, live stream stuff. And that because our internet is just barely functional and jump. The wrong button because I wasn't moving. Because it's all... Yeah. It is basically all... connected. Because it's all planet. So you can long jump and stuff and not have to...
And technically, this wouldn't be big enough to be considered a planet. This would be considered a moon. People will actually debate that.
Yes. Anyway.
That most galaxies are actually not big enough to be considered planets.
Yes.
And while they are all the galaxies in English because of Super Mario Galaxy, I believe Japan does call them planetoids.
Basically, like, our internet is not bad in the sense of it meets the bare minimum requirements for, like, what would be considered, you technically can't sue us modern internet, but my problem becomes random connectivity issues because they closed most servers in America. So I had been targeting a server a couple of states over. And I had that, and then the stream crashed, and I was like, I'll try the automatic again, just to see if auto does target the optimal server without me needing to check. And auto is working, but our internet randomly crashing out again. It's not the worst thing. And if, like, you watch this on YouTube, or you're watching, like, a Twitch VOD.
And I know a thing or two about crash out.
Like, please understand, it's like, we are in a zone where our internet is barely good enough to do what I'm trying to sit here and do. And every other day, I do wish we had better internet so I wouldn't have to worry about the logistical nightmares, but even people with kind of okay internet, which we do have, rightfully so, bitched about, you know, oh, with the servers missing, there's more of a, like, horrible kind of delay for a bunch of people trying to stream on Twitch, and a bunch of people that would stream sort of ended up semi-incapable of streaming just because. I'll go back to the Pokemon rant I was on before the crash in a minute. I'm just talking about Twitch now because this was, you know, vindicating. Damn it. There we go. Because this point was vindicating, which was people in some other state saying they had like what would be considered decent internet, and just because Twitch removed a bunch of servers and they have a longer kind of ping by nature, they're in positions where it's like they can't easily stream. And it's so stupid. And I talk about this a lot because the people behind Twitch, when asked, like, why did you do this? And I talk about all the time because of the mixed arguments that Twitch is owned by Amazon. And I talked about Amazon's backend uses all of these like nodes where you don't need like dedicated servers because all you need are like good connective nodes, but a dedicated server still removes nonsense. So there are people on this platform that stop being able to use it as consistently for the sheer reason of, like, they basically couldn't use it as easily since you're dealing with connection nonsense.
Doesn't this lava have rubber banding?
A little bit. It's not nearly as scary, even if you're not doing some speedrun tricks of...
As I pointed out, having rubber banding, you will actually get slower the closer it gets to you.
I can go the long way and be fine.
Good thing it's courteous like that.
Anyway, like... I'll go back to the Pokemon point and just kind of talking about our situation. Our internet's not bad. It meets the bare minimum.
Ugh.
And that's sort of the issue. Our internet is the bare minimum. Meaning it is like low, but it is just high enough where it's like, yeah, all the damn Hungry Lumas I can't afford.
Not in this economy.
No. So,
I say at some point you probably literally should just
load this game up.
Just all stream go do the whole.
Load this game up and just do a couple of
just keep doing the
common grinding points. Come back with
just go do the sling pod grinding.
Anyway, like, we'll go back to my Pokemon point in a minute. This was talk about just Twitch for a second because people not streaming that are just watching since not everyone streams. Might not be like fully aware of like the back-end logistics where Twitch had closed down a bunch of servers. Also, this puzzle. I don't want to talk about the game. You need to light the torches, and this confuses people. No.
Like, haven't had to do anything like this before. I will say I do think that is.
Thanks, bud.
I will say I do think that is actually bad.
Love you, bud.
That is bad conveyance because I'm pretty sure you've never, like, one, you haven't had to do this before that point, and two, I'm pretty sure those enemies haven't been in a section unless you like extremely go out of your way where they could like one of the torches. So, like I said, I would say that is actually bad convenience.
A little bit. I just find it amusing. Anyway, like basically.
Like I feel like if you're going to do that, have one of those enemies spawn in a way where it like spawns and lights one of the torches so you can then notice. Oh,
Notice there's a. So, if Twitch would bring back some of their servers, I think we would have some slightly better connection things. And I stand by that thesis statement, but I'll go back to my Pokemon point. I'm kind of all over the place. I was just mad because of the crash, because of the joke I was making. Where it's like, oh, the internet's literally dropping, so it's like we're probably about to lose the stream. It's like I'm gonna sit here for a minute like an idiot, and if anyone questions that, I'm going to say. Like, oh, I have to sit here like a.
how is that box able to sit here? What is a wooden box sitting on a star and it's not melted?
Anywho, with the. Try to go back to the Pokemon because I had a good point. It's just like the idea of ownership. People, rightfully so, because it's the point I agree with people on. It's like ownership is kind of important.
Why I pointed.
And then it's like,
That's
y'all.
why I pointed out because the people will commonly say it's like, oh, your arguments are like irrelevant. Because it's like you say people, but it's like not the same people. It's just this is a random comment. It's like this is a random comment. Okay, then if you want someone actually being a hypocrite, I can point to mid-sized YouTube.
Hold on.
I can point to mid-sized YouTube man and it's complaining.
Cause to the win! Oh, damn it.
Hey, you just got a life back.
Damn it. One of the.
To...
It is actually consistently safer if you do that in a full roll, but. Damn it! You can make that, but I'm not getting the speed for some reason. Because I've all. Oh, damn it! I've always cut across that way, and now I'm dying like crazy because for some reason I'm not getting the speed I'm used to on this. I don't like the long way because I've always thought. That's what I was talking about.
Like it was...
Alright.
Sometimes you just have to unga bunga.
Motherfucker, what did I say I was trying to do?
I do love when that's the best strategy in a game. It's like, you try to play cautiously. No, you don't play cautiously, you just go in anyway.
Oh, random raid? Stupid little alert.
That sounds way too close to the actual air sirens in this town.
Thank you, random raider.
Unless you're a bot, then in which case, fuck you.
Damn it, person. Oh lord, here we go. I don't mind if it's just a party of one. I just like seeing people that join our nonsense. Due to our internet being kind of spotty, because I was talking about it before you showed up. this is a second half of the stream. I basically had to stop and pick the stream back up because this stream died. Damn it.
Just like that.
I have a depth perception problem.
Isn't this the only Daredevil in this game that's actually?
It's the only Daredevil in the game that is a full level. I just missed the.
That is actually a platforming challenge and all the boss fight.
I just missed the long jump. If I wanted to do it slightly easier, I'll just wait here and jump across that way. Long jump works. I just missed. I have those depth problems, but it's fine.
Yeah.
You take it slow and remember where all the... I've always had an appreciation for this mission. Because it is an interesting Daredevil comic.
Yeah, the funny thing is, like, earlier in the stream...
Alright, I'm gonna let those shoot. Because that will get you every time.
Earlier in the stream, I made a joke how to be a real dick to have a Daredevil comic be a full level. I completely forgot.
I thought you were doing that for a bit.
No, I was doing it for a bit, but I was, because I said Galaxy 1 and 2, I was referring to the final star of Galaxy 2. I wasn't referring to this, because I forgot this was here.
Okay. If we take this really slow... and I take my sweet ass time, because you're not on a timer. You have to do this without taking damage. So
That would have been something. Daredevil double time speedrun comment. Or everything in the level moves at double speed. You have 3 minutes to beat it and you're a single hit. Oh god, I just gave a ROM hacker an idea.
it's an interesting Daredevil mission.
And unless based on the way the game works, that idea actually isn't possible.
Get it, go.
I can't remember the shooting them with star bits that... Okay, yeah.
Yes. And if they get back in the lava,
The hitbox is almost being terrible.
you and me both.
What's that? Galaxy 2.
Oh, alright. See a comment? Let me... I'll pause. On. What did you say? Oh, what he said was a follow-up to my point. I was like, you can take your time, you're just one hit. And he basically said, oh, imagine Daredevil mixed with basically Speedy Comet of being one hit with the, like, timer of a Speedy Comet. Don't give ROM hackers ideas unless you can't combine comet effects in the game engine is basically what he was saying, because he was making a joke, because I said, if you want to remove a lot of stress, just take your time. You are one hit, but you're one hit in a mission with unlimited time, so I can go really slow. As long as I focus, I can be kind of slow and it's fine. Oh, fucking hitboxes, goddammit. Great. Damn you, fire. I don't get it. This is the only problem, is you have to do it in one go, which is a bit of an issue. random death to the fire guy. Like I said, I can take it slow, and it's not the longest mission. As long as I take it slow and just kind of focus, nothing is that bad. We're good. Just wait on those, because it's like almost always better to wait. If you
Funny thing is, thinking about it, I was more Galaxy 2 over Galaxy 1 because of what the cosmic form is going to. But you actually could theoretically combine every comic type, and they all can actually overlap with each other. Because it would just be your one hit, everything moves faster, you have a timer, and you have cosmic forms chasing you.
yes.
You actually could do that, which does make me wonder if, even if it wasn't everything, if that was an idea that was considered at, like, some point in mixing comic types. But like I said, I do actually...
Fine.
I do actually wonder if the engine would allow that. Because I haven't seen people say that, like, Kaiser ROM hacks do that, so I'm just going to assume that's not possible.
Okay, what the chat message said is like you couldn't combine cosmic and purple coins. I mean, it's obnoxious, but like technically, it would just be you would be chased by.
Wait, wasn't one of the purple coin missions in Galaxy 2 a cosmic clone mission?
I don't remember that being.
I thought there was.
I thought about Galaxy 2 and
It's the mission where you're in the box. And because you're in the...
Oh, wait, yeah, Galaxy 2, yeah, Carson's right. Galaxy 2 has a clone purple coin mission. Because you're getting purple coins in the tiny stage area. Now I'm going to try to dodge that fire guy.
Or you start shooting him with the stars at.
It's fine. Oh, that's fine. We got this. As long as I take it slow and I don't mess up timing the one dude, because I just got hit by the fire, because I made a joke about hitboxes being kind of bad. Jump. Okay. Rocks.
Watch for rolling rocks.
Because the lava is... Jump back. The lava is less of a threat. And then this is just circling around, and I can circle very slowly with minimum problem, and I can avoid all the dudes. We'll just go the slightly longer way, and it's fine. And it's get past that guy, spin, dodge him, spin.
Now we just need something stupid to not happen.
Cool. Yeah, baby.
I have seen shenanigans. I've seen shenanigans occur there.
You and me both, Earthen.
But then again, I've also seen a bunch of people because you
Also, don't mind a couple of deaths because I got extra start bits out of it. Okay. Back. That's one of the more interesting missions, and I don't think it's that egregious because it's decently short, and if you just... feel free to join any random stream. Trying to go live a lot more, but our internet being kind of spotty means streams drop out. Because this is technically a part 2 where it dropped out earlier, but nice seeing you. We will be live at pure random. And I have a bunch of stream plans. We will stream so many random things. Because we have access to a lot of stuff we can stream. There's something really nice come all the way over here. Anyway, though, thanks again for joining. It was fun talking. It had been so long, I couldn't remember what was over here. Oh wait, progression. Never mind. So, yeah, cool. We will hope to see you again. You're always welcome, and to be clear, if you gotta leave, thanks for hanging out. Leave when you want to. I'm not gonna get mad if people have to go to bed and stuff. You actually have to kill all the dudes. It's just... Damn it. I just like seeing some people. I don't care if it was one person, I just like seeing people. And you were right about that one cosmic thing when I thought about it.
That's actually one of the earliest missions in Galaxy 2.
Damn it. What happened? I hate this room too.
So you actually could mix all of the comet missions together into a mission of sheer absolute horror.
Technically, yes. So we were talking about that, even with the one person not hanging around. Because it is a dumb thought experiment. More so with Galaxy 2. Because it's cosmic clones and not a cosmic race. Damn it! It's 2D, so the controls in here get kind of fucky, to put it.
Okay, I've seen people like. I've seen people intentionally like fall into the core to damage boost.
You can do it and get a good, like, lob shot. This is lined up anyway, but, like, basically, because the cosmic clones are a different logical type, Galaxy 2... Because of the combination, Galaxy 2 is a little bit better with that one dumb thought experiment. Okay. To actually try to offer some tips, this is Fiery Dino Piranha. It's Dino Piranha.
Otherwise known as the filter.
This is surprisingly challenging.
I said, otherwise known as the filter. I have seen this boss filter people.
Yeah, and I'm gonna...
I would say filter people, but the storm is technically entirely optional. Hence why there isn't a Bowser or Bowser Jr. in here.
What I am doing is something nobody realizes is something you can do.
Now, to be fair,
Okay, well...
that's because this man's hitbox is kind of shite. I think if you were to turn on the hitbox, you would see you actually are riding the line of the damage, of the damage zone. If you go slightly farther up, I believe you do actually...
No! And yes, person, the fire hurt you. His tail was not on fire. That is a mechanic.
It's not the back half isn't on fire when you get closer to the part.
No, the bulb is on fire, and then it's not on fire.
The bulb is on fire, and it's not, and then like half of his tail isn't. When you get to the thicker part of the tail, Giggity, I think that's where the fire hitbox.
No, it's literally where the flames are.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually easier to avoid than people think, because I used to get hard filtered, and then one day I was like, holy shit. Anyway.
I was going to say, but before that, thinking about it, it's like not just a Galaxy 2, but Galaxy 1 does also have a few purple coins that would technically combine other comments, because there are a few purple coins under a timer.
Yeah, but that's just putting a timer.
Yes, but that's just putting a timer, but the timer was technically the speedrun comment, so that's why I said even this game technically does do that.
It's a fun thought experiment, but I do want to kind of finish my Pokemon point, since we got a raid.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of cool. And the person was really nice. Like I said, I don't care if it's one person. That was cool. And I have that smash alert, and then the for you, the wonderful 101 when someone follows the recruitment theme.
I haven't heard that in many a year.
Because we don't have affiliate, one of my alert things, I need to go change it to like some meme audio because it was technically copyright music, but because it was just a couple of seconds, that should quantify fair use. But I know sometimes
It doesn't stop the internet.
yes, I need to change that to fucking meme. I love this game now. And, you know, with the one person being gone, it's like, I really do mean this. I just like seeing people. I don't care if it was one person. One person is one person. That's... Oh, I know. Just...
No. Don't be a fail.
What's this breakdance?
Breakdancing Eggman! Video's like 14 years old.
What I was trying to say about Pokemon before the one person showed up and we got a proper alert, because I figured out how to do that. I'm also going to do this way. I've told people about doing it that way, and I've got people looking at me like, oh, holy shit, I could just backflip. Because everyone overcomplicates that, one thing by a hilariously large margin, because most people think you need to do a wall jump. do. There's a slow descent because it's spinning. That's what I was trying to do. So basically, I know I'm jumping around topics as I often do, like on YouTube, but the Pokemon point I wanted to make essentially broke down where Pokemon, people were mad at the Pokemon for basically being something you could just pay money for once because it was too expensive and people wanted it on the Switch Online. And as someone said, it's like, okay, why not both? Fine. You want to pay more every year to maybe play some Pokemon versus the unfortunate, like, you know, just give them money and you're acting like that's so unfortunate. I also have to, unfortunately, get up and pee. This is why I literally made this thing, though.
Ow.
Ow. Alright. Girls might need to pee. Okay, hold on. Stream still holding. Good. Trying to come back. Awkwardly. Like I am being... hold on. Kind of awkward. Because I'm using the split Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... This. What I was trying to do. I'm off the Be Right Back screen, which I made so I can walk off in a stream. Oh, I took the wrong path. I got turned around. I do that. This was it around. Oh, damn it. Okay, yeah, it is where I thought it was. There's a cannon right here. And we just go past that thing. And the water is right. Heavy bullet bills. Trying to coherently finish the main Pokemon point. People for years wanted.
And away he goes.
I hate
I
bullet.
kind of wish that had worked.
I hate. Damn it. I hate the bullet bills for this stupid reason. Because they aim kind of weird. Because they aim kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
People wanted ownership. Because I agree with people. Like, I do, and I'm not even saying it in a jokey manner. This is an actual legitimate point that I agree with. Nintendo Switch Online is limited. Now, technically, I can just climb up here because they did. Just kill you. Take off you. Nintendo Switch Online is temporary. I can agree with that because it is a service that Nintendo could right now just decide, right as I'm saying the sentence, that they're not going to support the NSO anymore.
Like how EA shut down Anthem like a month ago.
So people are right. It is something that is temporary. Yeah, fuck it. I got help. People are right. It is temporary. So people said, just sell us games, guys. People said, just sell us games.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then people see the Pokemon, and it is $20 per game, which I think is reasonable because the aftermarket prices for Fire Red and Leaf Green are stupid. But then you get this, how dare you, $20. And then a million people have to have a million reasons. No, you shouldn't support that. Game Boy Advance games for $8 on the Wii U. Why are you paying $20? Oh, you just want to pay an idiot tax? Well, that's up to you, bro. It's like, oh, you're paying the stupid tax.
Except, like I said, my problem is this discussion only happens with Nintendo's games and like Nintendo's IPs. No one ever complains about like other companies because, like I said, I could do the same thing of
The
like
tiny bark is one of my favorite sound effects in a video game. They down pitched because they're small.
my problem is this is a standard people only apply to, like, Nintendo in their games. No one ever applies this to other companies, because I could say the same thing of, like, oh, the Castlevania Advance Collection, that's $20 for just GBA ROMs, and again, no one,
The Castle? Would you not wrong, but the common argument kind of becomes, like, in a bunch of collections, oh, you would get save states, or oh.
So, then, instead of the Castlevania, I will bring up the other one of the Mega Man Battle Network. I will then bring up the Mega Man Battle Network collection is 40, so we have, you know, it's basically the price of, the price of the Polygon to gather, and yes, it's more games, except it's, again, the same thing of, it's just lazy ROM dumps. Like, that collection has, like, no save state, no rewind, no, like, emulation features, so I could do the...
Same thing, yeah. You people wanted ownership. You get ownership. And now that you get ownership, your entire argument basically becomes, oh, it's bad because it's too expensive, because GBA games were like $8 on the Wii U, and because, oh, they were... Yes.
Bullshit. That does not look like that.
It doesn't look most things.
A funny thing, I'm going to say it because this is honestly what I do believe. And now, because I have constantly seen people move the goal, people are like, $8 is reasonable because that's what it was on the Wii U. If they released it for $8, $8 would now be too expensive. GBA games should be like $5.
Yes.
I guarantee you people would do that.
People always do that, and the point I was going to build to be kind of controversial, even if no one's in the stream, to still... Damn it! Ah, asphalt. To be kind of controversial, because that can be a minute, to steal the one dude's point from that YouTuber that said the most reasonable thing ever, and people are, like, hating on him, and doing a how fucking dare you, my guy, or what he said I think is true, and I just wanted to say it, even on a stream, where what he said is right, where he's like, people bitch for years about wanting ownership. You get ownership, but the ownership in this case you see is lazy and price gouging, and that it should be illegal. And then he basically said what no one wants to admit, it's 100% true. And I'll just repeat it. That's like, all of y'all are mad because to justify emulation,
to justify piracy in your head, you basically use the argument that it's not available. So then when it becomes available, you move the goal, and now suddenly it's a problem because suddenly it's overpriced. And that's why I point out the, except if it was $8, because you people always basically want to justify stealing shit in your head. No price would actually be justifiable to you people unless it is literally like $1.
I was gonna harp on more specifically because he's right, but like, people basically that are super big fans of emulation, because emulation gets mixed with, oh, it's archival, oh, it's preservation, oh, we need to emulate because it's the only way to play these games. Now that there's a legal way, instead of being happy about that, Y'all are just big mad.
Like I said, people have to move the goal. They have to move the goal.
Because you can't justify your piracy.
Yes, I don't like 1,000-Year Door, and this exact same shit happening with the 1,000-Year Door remake made me realize it, where it's like, you people just want to steal shit.
Yeah. Because emulation is a... physics... Yeah. Emulation is a... You can barely see it. There's a hidden little power-up if you want it. Emulation is a barely legal thing that is gray area most of the time. Damn it. It's part of the worst part, there's a stupid speedrun where it's this mission on a speedrun and this is literally designed to waste your damn time if you fuck up. Anyway, for emulation to be justified for a lot of people, need to say a few things. Yes, emulation is technically legal. And the reason I say technically legal is because I do get tired of people talking about how it's an open and shut case because Connectix and Fleam were two cases of Sony basically being in a scenario where they fought emulation and it was technically declared legal. And because of Fleam and Connectix technically getting emulation declared legal, people act like...
Even then, that's also one of the other things people...
you can also long jump, because...
Well, even then, that's also one of the other things people forget about that technically legal. That only applies to America. Some parts of Europe, and I believe Australia, it is actually deemed flat out illegal. And I only remember this because a guy from Australia made a joke about Americans think they're the main characters of the universe and forget basically that other countries exist.
Yes.
Because he made a joke about, like, over here in Australia, because, again, he was from Australia, he was like, emulation actually is deemed flat out illegal.
Let's talk about emulation for a minute, and I can, finish my snarky point. Not on it. Emulation in America was a gray area case where it was deemed legal, kind of, because of Fleam and Connectix doing the same similar nonsense. Fleam and Connectix doing the same stuff. But those emulators were designed around not allowing you to play whatever you wanted. Oh wait, I completely blocked this from my memory. It's a trash mission. Oh god. It's under one of the planets. It's the second stupid bomb trash mission.
Oh yeah.
No! I literally blocked it from my memory! Right here.
I do love that they put it at the start.
We'll have a few rounds of nonsense. I can try to...
Unless somehow get lucky and you do this first try.
For this one, you want to aim not where the dots are, but kind of... between, because you only get about...
I remember the old internet thing I've seen. Some people have recommended to try to aim a bit around where, like, the coin, like, the orange coin, well, I say orange, they're more yellow, the coin spots.
You only have enough time for 5 bombs. I'm gonna lose this. No, I needed it between. I need it. No, for the first miss. We talked about this on YouTube first time.
Good.
We talked about this on YouTube. For the first transmission, aim at the gold spots. For this one, aiming at the gold spots is bad. You want to be between the gold spots.
Well, I said around.
No, because you want the chain reactions. I'm just never good at completely getting the... You want the chain reactions. Because the bombs do blow up themselves. And because they blow up themselves, you can get a faster chain reaction, but I just suck at getting the positioning. I'm gonna be here a minute. See, because I would have had... The bombs blow themselves up. But might try to talk about the one thing I'm just kind of trying to aim. The Beam Connect, in this case, you needed a PS1 disc to use those emulators, because they knew if they basically had, like...
I just needed a PS1 disc. Didn't they actually also do, like, they had something to specifically block basic, pirated games? They had something to block people just, like, putting games on a blank CD.
Yeah, you want to get the 5 and blow up. The dude knew if the emulator just allowed you to play ripped discs,
yeah, if it just
and like
for a disc and nothing
and like
more.
ISOs or just other disc images, both emulators knew that would be stupid. Because of how the explosions chain, damn it, you basically, I hate this stupid mission.
Everyone hates this mission.
You only have enough time for 5 throws. Except the bombs can chain each other, and this one, you have to awkwardly position the stupid trash to get as much bullshit as you can off the jump, trying to do a chain reaction to basically offset. I'm going to lose because I got a fucking position. I missed anyway, because you went as many kind of broad... Because the blasts are large, and I think if I get one bomb in between... I can't hold my point. I hate this stupid start. I think I need it between... Just never remember the stupid positioning, because it's like you want the between things. So you won't, like, try to get between things, because you won't, like, between. If that falls out, I'm not gonna... Like, it's exactly enough for 5. You have to do it in 5 shots. And the only way to do it in more than 5 is you get a chain reaction because the bombs blow each other up. And then that would cause you to technically get more than 5 because you do like a chain reaction to save some time, because one bomb will blow up another bomb. So you get sort of that decent depot because of how it works, and you barely... Yeah, so much. This one is so dumb. I'm gonna be here probably like 20 minutes. The first one is easy because you line up with the damn glowing spots. This one you can't do it if you line up. You basically need to get between to do broad strokes to blow up as much trash as you can, because I could have had it. I'm going to lose, and that would have got shit anyway. Because that would have, yeah. I hate this stupid start! I was never good at this one because this one is super tight. Because you don't have enough damn time, you can't make the bombs explode faster. So you kind of need to waste crap to get like a good sort of chain reaction going. Like this, where you blow up, and because of getting a chain reaction, but I'm going to miss anyway. Yeah, I missed anyway. That would have worked, but then I fucking missed trying to position to maybe get a chain reaction, because a bomb will blow up another bomb. If you just throw the bombs really quickly. Because of how everything changed, because the explosions are pretty good. You can get like in the middle, and it will sort of explode. Yeah, like this. Oh, come on, damn it! I had one extra bomb. That's what I was talking about with chaining. If I had one extra bomb, it would have exploded, and I would have won.
Looking at a video I saw, the way someone did it in the video is they started off throwing one in the center, and then after the one in the center, they would, what they did after that was, basically, they would throw one at the lower part around the lower coin spot. I think it was like a little under it, and then throw one basically at the higher coin spot on a
My problem if I do the center, I just miss too much. Because I can't aim. Or I start the aim and you barely have time to do these anyway.
They did to hit at the center was they lined up with that piece of trash, and then I believe they just jumped right like in front of that one and threw it.
I'm gonna lose anyway. The center thing, I talked about aiming at the center. My problem, I can't do that. I've never been super...
They literally would just run up to that piece of trash, they then just jump and throw the bomb.
Yeah, but then if I aim at the center first, I then kind of lose other good positions.
I said literally the way that they did it. Is that they would then throw one around one of the lower coin sides, and then whichever side they started first, after getting one around the lower side, they would get one around the top.
Come on. We'll do middle and just try to adjust from the... This one was always so stupid. Alright. And one away. You barely get enough time. And even doing the middle thing, because if my aim is just slightly weird, I lose because I can't hit the stupid trash. Because I always miss a piece. Now with that, given the time, if that hits that other piece of trash, this will actually clear it. That'll blow up. Yep, nope, of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. It's just a stupidly tight margin. Because I try to position to blow up as much trash as possible. And I like minimum amount of fucking throws. And then try to... like... those will blow up. But we're going to lose because I missed one. Explosion chain, and I don't have enough, I missed the top anyway. Even aiming at the middle is just a matter of if you're slightly off, the bomb explosion.
Okay, all of these are slightly off.
Yes, but I mean if I'm just a little bit weird. Because of the idiotic way that this works. Fast right. Of course. I know they're all slightly off. I just hate this one specifically.
Something else you should do is when you throw a bomb at the left or right, instead of going to the other side, you should throw a second bomb on the same side to try and create a chain reaction, because that's what the video did.
To be fair, yes, that's...
You just need to get the positioning thing right. Oh, what's that?
Which is harder to do than you think it is. That was always my problem, and I had a chain reaction doing it the other way I was doing before aiming at the fucking middle, because I was trying to create a chain reaction. Instead of starting in the middle. whether I do the middle or not, I can't do this easily because I'm just always off. Because I can't chain react correct, and I can't get positioning to not need to chain react as much correct. Yep, I lose. I always want to do pieces off. I said we're probably going to sit here like 20 minutes, and I'm basically right, because this is the dumb transmission. This is the transmission I hate, because your positioning has to be stupid fucking exact. Explode! Oh, boy! I had it, I had it! I had it because it blew up, but it was just an inch too far. This will do it. If only barely, because I got just enough of a chain. That'll blow up, and then that'll blow up. Yep. Got it! Because I needed, like, on that run around, I got one chain, and because that blew up slightly faster, that left one stray piece of trash. And I got it in the margin of one. Okay, back to what I was trying to say about the Bleem Kinetics thing. Those emulators were designed to not let you use raw files or pirated discs, because they knew that if an emulator just let people do...
Let people do that, that would enable...
That would... No.
Enable all the piracy.
Well, one, they thought that that would basically look shady as fuck and could enable all the piracy. You have to say could to make a broad statement of people could pirate. And that's the fun, silly thing in this, is like, they knew people could pirate. And because it could be used for piracy, that was the statement, that they thought no one would take the emulation seriously. So, the Bleem, since I do have a minute, the Bleem Connected thing was entirely different, because the argument was you still needed an official disc. And while you were basically being, you know, able to play, like, Spyro the Dragon, the argument of the people basically... Come on. Come on, you idiot.
You're not in his aggro range.
basically became, okay, you can play a PS1 game. Oh, bullshit! Damn it. Oh, fucking shit. The argument basically became like, oh, you can play PS1 games, but you need the disc, because Bleem and Connectix were both made by people that were not stupid and knew they couldn't be taken seriously in court if people basically were like, oh, you realize your emulator allows people to play like pirated games or like raw files. They knew that they would be laughed out of court. So Connectix gets emulation deemed legal because Connectix was a very specific thing. And that very specific thing was the fact that the emulation dude made both. I say do, but they're similar because they were both made with the same concept. You get emulation for the PlayStation, but you need the discs. And the reason you need the discs is to circumvent piracy concerns, because they knew they would sort of be laughed out of court. And then emulation was deemed illegal. Alright. Alright. Because they would have been laughed out of. Shit. Now the funny part about this, even on the time crunch, like,
you kind of just go in.
Yeah, I just did. I can take damage if I need it. I did about damage less, but to try to finish my ramble, it's like they knew people would not take emulation seriously, and that it would likely be treated as a piracy thing. But when all these people, oh, it's an open and shut case. I think we have enough for one Hungry Luma, which I could probably do, and then end off. Because everything up here is dying.
Because again, no Bowser.
We'll just go down a tick.
Bye, Windows Vista. You were probably the best version of Windows.
Not that Hungry Luma, though. One at the gate, I'll just... I can just use the flight power, doesn't matter. It gives me an excuse to talk for a second as we fly around, because I think I have enough for the 100 Luma. It's like, people, oh, it's an open and shut case. Emulation was deemed legal, guys. I don't see what the problem is. The problem is the fact that modern emulation literally circumvents the need to have physical media.
Yes. Because Connectix was...
Ah! It's 1,200 and I have exactly that.
Because Connectix was a PlayStation emulator for old PCs, and Bleem was a PlayStation emulator for the Dreamcast.
No, they both started on PC. No,
I forgot they both started on PC, because most people talk about the whole Bleem Dreamcast
that was
thing.
Bleemcast. Dude, move Bleem to...
Yeah, that's the more famous one, is my point.
Racing, the spooky speedster.
Oh yeah, this... I remember this one.
Bleem and Connectix were both...
They were both a PC emulators that were...
using actual physical media.
Yes.
Versus modern emulation that generally circumvents that. And people have this, like, surprised Pikachu face of like, oh, How is it not legal? Emulation was deemed legal? It's because Bleem and Connectix knew that you could make an argument. Also, this... You hit the fans, you get such like an alarmingly good speed boost if you can just hit these fans. Just become intangible.
Become giant. Become legendary.
Damn it. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Hands of the... Damn it! Alright. Actually gonna return. That was the end. I actually embarrassingly lost because I got stuck. God damn it. That race is not that hard and I haven't lost that in years. I bonked! And then I bonked again because I was trying to say, if you use the fans, you win, and then it's just kind of a straight drop. But I literally bonked. Just return so I don't lose a damn life. Just restart. It's slightly embarrassing because I was also trying to talk about the Bleem thing. You hit the fans, it is literally not that bad, and that was the end, but because I bonked. The joke I was trying to make, and I bonked, I was like, just become intangible, and you generally avoid all problems. I haven't lost that race in a long time. It's just because I bonked right at the end. That was the end. You can just drop down the one thing. You just need to pay close attention, so I might stop talking just to kind of focus. It's not that hard, though. I just bonked at the stupid end of the race. That was literally the drop. You just fall downwards.
Sorry, you can turn intangible. Why do you need a windshield for your eyes? Why do you need to protect your eyes?
Damn it. Oh, sucker. Oh, I'm just gonna... Damn it. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Actually losing. Oh, I haven't lost this in years. It's a tight margin if I can... Damn it. Damn it. I haven't lost this in years, and now I'm getting my ass kicked. God damn it! Fucking course. Fucking streaming curse. Fucking recording curse. I'm like, oh, this is super easy, because when we did this on YouTube, I just kind of focused. I'm like, this race is surprisingly easy. I'm doing this in this version. It's like, oh, for some reason I'm losing incredibly hard, because for some fucking reason I'm not descending correctly, and I keep bonking off stupid shit. It's fucking pissing me off. It's fucking embarrassing. This race
I
is...
literally can't remember if this is a thing or if it just felt like a thing because the original game used motion controls because, like, the boo turning in a tangible, it would basically turn intangible when you, like, spin, wouldn't it?
Yes!
I'm pointing that out because isn't there supposed to be, like, a small bit of momentum whenever you would turn intangible?
Not really.
I said this could be, it's like, oh, as a child it felt like that because on the Wii it would be swinging the Wii remote, so it's like, oh, because I have to swing my arm, it makes it...
Of course, and say it's easy, and of course I'm on stream, and I'm getting fucking embarrassed. This is really easy. I don't know why I'm having such difficulty with that. this. Is it the shut up and focus time instead of trying to hold a point? I'm just gonna shut up and focus and talk about literally what I was saying, it being easy. Because this is the end.
Oh, focusing. Hey, nice place you got here.
See, I shut up to actually play the damn video game, and I 45. Sweep this man, bitch.
I never noticed before unless I pointed this out in the YouTube. It ends with a mountain of skeletons and like pipes sticking out of the ground. That's a death pit. People died in there.
Yeah, yes. Okay, on. Perfect example. I was bitching about everything being difficult. Then I literally am like, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop talking. And I absolutely clean, like, you know, house, but we're about to stop. But I want to finish that point I left halfway done. I can say it, and then I'm ending off. So just walk around for a second. So, basically, Bleeming Connectics require the actual physical discs. So when people act like emulation is an open and shut case, they sort of ignore, and I've seen other people get just as annoyed as I do and say, I'm also tired of people saying Bleeming Connectics or open and shut emulation is legal, because it's like, Bleeming Connectics were deemed legal because the argument was you need a PlayStation disc to use this emulator, so there is literally nothing going on that is illegal because you're not circumventing anything, since Sony was not having their code stolen. Reverse engineering is completely legal. And these same people act like, oh, emulation is completely legal, so therefore you can emulate the Switch. Okay, that's technically true, except Nintendo getting mad about Switch emulation is because none of y'all are emulating your own damn games. Modern emulation is circumventing the whole Bleem Connectics needing a disc thing. You fire up Dolphin, you don't put a GameCube disc in your computer. You can just get a game. Older system, I'm about to wrap up like I said.
Yeah.
Well, what about the race? Like when I fucking focused, it really wasn't that hard. I just needed to get used to the boo again. And just kind of focus. Because I was talking, to be fair, and not... Because I was talking and not paying as much attention. That was kind of my problem, because when I sat down, but... Basically, like, people want to justify piracy. I'll just come out and say it. People want to justify piracy. They do. And they're mad about legal games because Fire Red and Leaf Green are no longer something that can technically be justified. Just emulate it. They're not releasing it legally. The only way to play it is to emulate it. Emulation is just archival and preservation because these companies don't re-release their stuff. Like the one guy said, you're just mad you can't pirate? Shut up. Give, like, Game Freak your $20 or $40 for both versions. And just deal with the fact that emulation is not always going to be viewed as fair. If you ripped your own games, fine. That's always a thing, but people don't rip their own games. People basically do not generally do that. People download games they don't own. And that's the big sticking point with modern emulation versus Bleem and Connectics. But I need to wrap up. This second stream went better than the first stream. It was stable. I do want to wrap up because I have some editing and crap I need to do. I rambled, as I do, because I'm just going to try to, even in a live stream, just go off and just ramble my points for like 20, 30 minutes. Because emulation is barely legal. And even then, the Bleem Connectix quantifier was you're not able to do piracy because you need a PlayStation game. Modern emulation is designed to circumvent the need for the games. You don't need to put a Wii disc in a disc drive to play Dolphin. You can just get a rip of a Wii disc and just play that Wii game on Dolphin. You don't need some kind of cartridge reader to put an N64 game and play it on like emulation. I think that current popular emulator was like Gopher 64, but with that said, Curzon walked off. We're done. This was the second stream. The first part crashed in the middle, as our streams sometimes do. But, like I said, I'm just gonna stop rambling. It was nice. The one person joined. That was cool. I'm gonna stop before something stupid happens. I'm going to do a YouTube outro mixed with a Twitch outro because this is going on YouTube, so I need to combine my outros. For YouTube, I basically have to become the beggar or the vagabond on the street corner where I basically flip over an empty hat. I have an empty guitar case and I shake my cup of change. Like, comment, and subscribe. Can you spare a like? Comment and subscribe. The Twitch version of that is, can you spare a follow? Please spare a follow. I'm just shaking my cup of change over here. Pointing at the guitar case, the empty hat. On Twitch, there's a bit of a widget limit, so I don't have a bunch of links. On YouTube, in the pinned comment and the video description are a bunch of social media links. Some of those sites are cesspools, but you can talk to me on social media or you can follow me on social media or whatever the following equivalent of the different sites are. One of the widgets for Twitch I know is the Patreon, but that's mixed in with the social media links on YouTube. I will never nickel and dime people. I will never do Patreon exclusives. Do not feel obligated. Only support the channel that way if you feel inclined. I was looking at a UPS battery backup and some hard drives, but lately I kind of need an extra hard drive because a repair shop was trying to salvage data on one of my hard drives that just sort of borked, and he was slowly getting the data off of it, so kind of need an extra hard drive. Slightly stumbling over my words, but again, that helps if you feel so inclined. And for YouTube, subscribing to the channel and liking, commenting, and other stuff helps our communities grow. So, you know, for YouTube, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Twitch, you can follow, help us reach affiliate. You know, my outros are kind of wordy, but I'm just trying to end off here. And for the YouTube version of this, I hope you all enjoyed this set of videos. For Twitch, I hope you enjoyed this set of streams because we had to pick back up, but either way, I hope I will see you all next time. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.